sled push-pull is fantastic because it essentially operates as both a strength, mobility, warm-up, everything baked all into one. So let's unpack this a little bit. So as I push the sled, you're gonna see me load up that front toe. So I'm in exactly the same place as I would be for a calf raise here. From there, it transitions right on through to, well, now my full-on calf raise. So my straight-legged calf raise. Additionally, I've got my knee out over my toe. And so this is the exact same as walking backwards, and it's also very similar to my Patrick step mechanic. So in one motion, I get basically everything. Now, if I also have some trouble with glute activation, I'm going to get very long. This is going to give me a good chance to get long and make a straight line, basically from heel all the way to hip, as opposed to keeping this all a little short. And additionally, if I have weak or tight hip flexors, it gives me an opportunity to drive forward. So, sled pushes end up being a huge asset. It's very light. You can hop right into this as a warm-up. What else? A bit of a chest stretch. So we're going to specifically approach these a little lower, and we're going to have our chest kind of collapsed in versus here. And what tends to happen is we just get a little too tall, and that sled kind of tends to want to get away from us. And we tend to kind of start walking the sled as opposed to pushing the sled. So I'm a little bit lower, a little bit more horizontal, and keep my hips down. That encourages some more length and encourages the sled to stay down, and it encourages me to take as long a step as possible. When we go backwards, well, we basically have a loaded backwards walk in play. And so I don't really do a whole lot different. I have to settle down into it just a little bit. But I take that step. It doesn't have to be an enormous step. It's kind of whatever I can get away with. And then from there, driving through. As this gets heavier, I can start to kind of jog it back, get a little momentum. But the idea is, and you can hear me, I'm out of breath. My heart is going just from doing a couple of demos on the sled push-pull. So, operates as that warm-up movement, but then also, all you need to do is add 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue plates, and you've got a crushingly difficult leg, glute, even ab, even upper body stimulus by how much global drive you have to push to get this thing moving.